This is not a video format that I've made before. What we're going to be doing today is building a deck. Now, I know what deck I want to make, I just don't have a deck list for it. And when I make decks, I kind of just slap them together quickly with whatever I think might be best. And then after a few playtests, I might switch some cards out. But for now, I just wanted to kind of show you guys how I build a deck. So I know what I want to do. I want to play Boros Control. Or maybe I'll call it Boros Portal combo, because really that's what it is. And it's built around this card that we've all seen a little bit of on the ladder, Portal to Phyrexia. So I have some wild cards built up, and I've been saving them for a while. So first thing I'm going to do is craft these. Now I can't turn back. I'm committed. Next thing is I'm going to go to Boros colors. I'm going to filter by rare and mythic. And I'm going to just look at the best cards that are in my collection for this kind of deck. Now, off the top of my head, what I know for sure I want are the Kikijiki Reflections of the Mirror Breaker. I'll grab these two Depopulates since they are board wipes and we're playing a control deck. I'll grab these 3 Wedding Announcements since they really help you survive, creating 3 creatures over time. And I think I might play some of these Paragons, but I'm not sure yet, so I might come back to these. A couple Emperors for sure, at least 2. Invoke Justice, that is one of the cards that's going to recur the portal from our graveyard. Couple Farewells seems good. Now we're into the red. We got to get to the discard stuff. There, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. And that's all I know for sure that I wanted to play. Burn Down the House might not be a bad idea. Usually it's going to just deal 5 damage to anything, and it kills Planeswalkers too. I'll put 2 of them in for now. And then maybe Mishra's Command as well. We can discard cards to that. Namely the Portal to Phyrexia. Yeah. We'll go ahead and grab... how many? 1, 2? Maybe we'll play 4. I mean, it kills things. Alright, cool. Wasn't expecting that. And let's see what we have in gold cards for Boros. Nothing appealing. Except these lands, of course. Grab all of those. Next up. What is next? Okay. Let's look at what we got here. No creatures, 25 non-creatures. Pretty control. So I think we're going to want a couple more things than just the portals to discard. I guess I scrolled by them earlier when I filtered. I was going a bit too quick. Probably 2 Sanctuary Wardens. Maybe 3. Now for big reanimate targets, we have 3 Wardens, 4 portals. That's enough. Now we're going to change our filters. And we're going to go to Return from Graveyard. Just typing in some text here. And Repair and Recharge. That's the one I'm thinking of. Return target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker. So we could hit the portals with this, but the Sanctuary Wardens can only be hit by Invoke Justice. I wish I had a few more Invoke Justice, but it's okay. The 4 white could be troublesome. I'll play all 4 of these, I think. Maybe I'll play 3. I'll play 3 since 5 cards that can hit the portal is probably enough. Then we're also going to want to play... I forget what the card's called, but I know it connives. Raffine's Informant. So there's our 2-drop slot. And how is this looking? So, based on our curve, it looks to me like we don't have enough low end and too much high end. So to take out some high end, I think I'll cut 1 Sanctuary Warden. I'll cut Farewell is just such a good board wipe. It's better than Burn Down the House for sure. And maybe we don't want to play too much red since we have the 4 whites from Invoke Justice. So I'll cut these 2 Burn Down the House. And then we have 4 more slots to play low-end spells to keep us alive. And what do we want to play to keep us alive? Is there anything else that discards that is in our colors and good? We definitely want to play a seat. What else? Thrill of Possibility, yeah, I mean, it can help us filter early, get to the Depopulate. What about things that come in and make Power Stones? No, we don't really need Power Stones because we're not planning on hard casting Phyrexia. We're planning on cheating it out. So forget that plan. What else can keep us alive really well? Anything that gains life and is good. What does Sarah Paragon hit? These, and these. But it's a 4-mana card, and I don't think we need 4-mana cards. I think we really need 2 and 1-mana cards to just stay alive. Maybe Ambitious Farmhands. Most of the time, it's just going to be a 1/1 that chumps, but helps work us towards Depopulate and Farewell. And we do have 4 Mishra's Command, which essentially is most of the time going to just kill a creature, right? We'll take 2 of these. I mean, we could take it with 4. I think 24 lands is the right amount for this deck. Now, what's next? Okay, I think I'm actually almost there. I think I'll just go to lands and we're going to do one of these. And then we're going to want to get these guys in. Looks like we're in good shape. I think I'll even play the ones that come in tapped and gain a life. Playing a lot of tapped lands though now. So we'll cut 2 of these. And now we'll go to our nice lands. We'll get our Kamigawa lands. There we go. 6 of these and 4 mountains. I don't mind the plains. These are nice, but these mountains are beautiful. I love these. Okay. Before I finish this deck, I'm gonna just take another minute to look at it. One thing I didn't take a time to look at is if there's any big artifacts that I may have overlooked. Phyrexian Flesh Gorgers, but if we can't cast them for their prototypes early to keep us alive, then they lose a lot of value. I haven't seen anyone play this card, but I mean, it could kind of keep us alive early. Maybe I want to play a Cityscape Leveler instead of one of the Wardens. I mean, it's a better target than the Warden because it could get hit by the Repair and Recharge as well as the Invoke Justice. I'll bring this in. And I'll cut a wedding announcement. The only thing now is that the earliest we could really do our combo is turn 5, right? We don't have anything that makes treasures. That would be good. Let's clear these filters and see What in our colors make a treasure nice and early for us? The Fable does make treasures, I guess. I didn't, I overlooked that somehow. Alright, I suppose it's good. Well, maybe we want to be playing things like Big Score. Draw 2 as an additional cost. Discard the card. Draw 2 and make 2 treasures. That can often set up the turn 5 thing. But I think we have enough setup, actually. We have discard on turn 2, discard on turn 3. And we have the Mishra's command. So 4, 8, 12. We have 12 cards that discard. That should be enough to get the combo going. Then a farewell to keep ourselves alive. 2 farewells. 2 wandering emperors. 2 depopulate. Is it enough to stay alive? Well, this is what I was talking about. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to play test it a little bit. I love Boros control. I hate counter spells, but I actually don't mind the concept of control. So we're going to go to standard play Boros. Okay. The thing that I hate is when you're playing against blue decks and they're just constantly countering your spells until they board wipe and then just play planeswalkers and outvalue you. That's a frustrating thing to play against for me. But Boros control playing some sort of cool little combo and I'm losing to some big enchantment getting reanimated, or in this case an artifact. It's like, I've been had, good game. But I don't know what it is. Countering my spells is just insufferable. It's not the same feeling to me at all. Right away, this hand looks fine. We don't have any of the things that we want to discard yet, but we have something to keep us alive, and then we have 2 things to dig us as deep as we want to go. And now another. So we'll go Farmhand. Perhaps one of the cards that I want to be playing is the Saga, the 3-mana white Saga. That I'm really bad with card names, but at first it searches you for planes, then you discard a permanent, then you reanimate a permanent, and it flips. And usually you just discard the planes you searched for. So we definitely want to just play the Mirror Breaker here. But opponent reeks of counter magic. Please spend some mana, friend. I'll play the Informant. I don't want the Mirror Breaker to be countered. It's considerably better than the Raffine's Informant. We'll discard this tapped land. End the turn. So we decided to play 6 targets for reanimation. No, 7. 2 Sanctuary Wardens, 4 portals, and 1 Cityscape Leveler. So 7 targets. We should hit 1 soon. Very likely anyways. I think if you have 7 targets, you should hit 1 in the top 10. Statistically, like on average. So we're a little bit deeper than the average. It's to be expected. Happens sometimes. But the point is, I'm sure it's coming. So first, we're going to see if opponent wants to cast anything in response to this. Deal 1 damage to this creature, and I'm gonna mill myself 1. Not mill, but loot. Hang on, pillage. Loot is when you draw then discard, and pillage is when you discard then draw. Looting is a lot better than pillaging. In case anyone didn't know the distinction between the two. Usually red cards pillage. You have to discard, and then you get to draw. Okay, so he saves his Spectral Warden. Fine. I think I'll get rid of the Forge. Don't need any Pain Lance. And there's the Phyrexia. So next thing is we'll bin the Phyrexia. Exactly where we want it. We'll try to get in for 2. Now, how many reanimate spells did we put in here? I think we put 4 of the ones that only hits artifacts, and then 2 of the invoke, you know, the one white one. So I actually made a mistake not having piloted this deck before. I should not have discarded this because I could potentially need the white source. Okay, opponent, what do you got for us? Another spectral adversary? Memory deluge? There's a good chance we hit it next turn, one of the many reanimate targets. An even better chance now. Maybe 6 reanimation spells wasn't enough? I feel like it is. I feel like 6 spells is a ton. We're down to 4. And we hit a white source as well. That's good for us. Discard these 2 lands. And we missed. Don't have the mana to do it all. So we'll keep back these 2 creatures. Attack with the Informant. We made it to the top, through the top 20 cards of our library. It's 1/3 of it. And we have 6 reanimation spells. I'll have to double check, make sure. I could just be complaining about nothing here. We'll play the Informant. Perhaps now we'll draw one of the reanimation spells. So no, don't need 2 Fables. I'll keep this Portal in hand in case he has some Graveyard Exile or something. He does have 5 mana or 5 damage in the air, and I'm holding the Emperor. Since I assume he has counter magic if he casts anything. I was saying if he casts anything, I'll just slam the Emperor now and exile the biggest adversary. But having 2 blue mana up is, you know, still counter magic. I should have done it. I should have done it in response to the Tainted Indulgence. Alright, good game, buddy. the fun police, or so hanging out in non-ranked queue, countering everything. I already countered one spell and I'm triggered. Look at me. Oh, hang on. I wanted to take a quick peek in the deck and look at how many reanimations we have going on. We have 5. Okay, 3 and 2. So we'll go up 1. And what are we going to cut? Tough, tough, tough. Perhaps one of the farmhands. I think it's okay, because turn 2, we have Mishra's commands for 1 damage, 4 copies of the Raffine's Informant, and still 3 copies of the farmhand. So it's plenty of early action. And I think it really is valuable to have that extra copy in there, because you saw how deep we got without hitting one. So, is this hand keepable? I mean, we're on the play. We could potentially kill some of his early threats with the Mishra's command. It feels like a bad hand. However, I haven't piloted this deck enough to recognize... I mean, you've seen me. I just built this deck now. This is the second time I've ever played it. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Nice. Nice draw. We love that. If we top deck the Phyrexia, the Portal Phyrexia, we could slam it next turn. That would be cool. Or the Leveler. Can't do it now. Okay. Discard one of these and this. And we whiff. We'll play the Informant first, see what we have on top. And it's a cycle land. We'll put that away and we'll play this tapped land. This is making me think maybe this deck isn't very good. I just craft 2 mythic cards for nothing? Could be. Could be the way of the road. There's lots of variations on this deck too. I'm playing red because I think the Reflections is good, and we have the Sanctuary Wardens to copy, a Cityscape Leveler, whatever we reanimate from the portals. Like, it seems like a good card to go with it. Maybe Azorius is the way to go. Playing Faithful Mendings, Memory Deluges to get deeper. Land for turn. We'll attack and see what he does. Okay. We'll play the Informant. There's the portal. I'm a bit afraid that he has something to exile it, but if he does, he does, right? Maybe we have to be playing more creatures in case we're playing against control decks that don't really play creatures. Because in these cases, if there's nothing to reanimate with Phyrexia, we need stuff in our own graveyard. It's happening! Opponent can invoke Despair. Opponent could play a Sorin. Okay, opponent did nothing. And we get a shielder now. Ah, yay! Ah, the satisfaction of building a thing and it doing the thing. That feels good. I'm going to do some changes after that game. I think that Mishra's Command is a card with a really, really high ceiling, but also a really, really low floor. Like, having a couple of them in your hand early, it just, like, it feels like a card you don't want to discard, but it just doesn't do much. Cut 2 of those out to bring back 1 Farmhand. And we'll bring in 1 more wedding announcement for early stuff. Maybe instead of wedding announcement, we actually want like valuable creatures that come in, affect the board right away, and gain us life or something. Gain life. Like Inspiring Overseer. I mean, it's only 1 life, but it does draw us a card. Maybe the command here. It makes a 2/2. Sometimes it'll search for a plane. Sometimes it'll just gain 2 life. You know, like make a 2/2 and gain 2 life. It's not very good, but you also get to scry 2. Or, you know, sometimes maybe we're going to double strike a Cityscape Leveler to just win the game. That might be kind of cool. I don't know. Okay, I'll grab 2 of these. No, hang on. Let's stick to the plan. We want more creatures to be targets for the Portal of Phyrexia and for the Fable the Mirror Breaker, and we want them to be creatures that come in and have some sort of effect on the board state immediately. Like Brutal Cathars. These come in and affect the board immediately. I think I'm pretty convinced by the Brutal Cathar. Having a little peek for fairness' sake. Deal 4 damage to a creature. If it was kicked, you gain 4 life. I like that spell too. We want to play 3 Cathars? Angel of Wrath would probably jive in this deck pretty good too. But we are pretty Boros and we don't want to splash another color because of Invoke Justice. Tempted to craft another Invoke Justice, but I don't think it's worth it. 3 Cathars? Let's see what this is like. We lost 2 Mishra's commands and all 3 wedding announcements. We never got a chance to play with wedding announcement, but I kind of realized that even if we did, it just wouldn't have done its thing. This isn't a great hand for early proactiveness or defensiveness, but here's the reasoning. We have combo pieces, and we have Depopulate. So, if you're playing a combo deck, you can't really ask for too much more. The only combo piece we are missing is any reanimate spell. opponent on the mono black train, he could have Graveyard Trespassers, a hearse, all kinds of stuff that exiles graveyards that are strong in this format. He could grow this thing twice. I'll block that, make him grow it. Next turn looking like a depopulate turn to me. Get rid of both of those since we're never casting them. And there it is. Oh, we have it right now. We have it. The turn 4. Oh man, I am in a good mood. The turn 4 Phyrexia. I think that's the only way we could do it. Is with a Goblin Shaman attacking. Yes! Opponent's probably calling me the fun police right now. Look at this guy playing Portal combo in non-ranked fun queue. Well, boys, that's going to be it for me. Short little half-hour video where we built a deck, tested it, edited it, tested it again. Don't get me wrong. We had one good win on turn 4 where Bone scooped him up because we did the combo. It does not mean that this deck is by any means proven or a good deck or going to be able to maintain a decent win rate in ranked. I do not recommend a deck like this, or particularly this deck, for the grind. However, I think it did its thing, and I think it might be fairly consistent. I'll playtest it some more, maybe edit it, and then maybe even make another video about it later. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought of this style of video, if you like seeing the deck building process for a constructed deck, or if you prefer to just kind of see the usual content where I play stuff that I've already tested off camera. Just let me know, okay? I'm dying for any kind of criticism here. Take it easy, boys.